The tariffs come into effect yesterday, 119 days after the day of the election. The master plan to tank the economy, to raise consumer prices, people buy less, jobs are lost because of retaliatory tariffs. It's basically a repeat of Herbert Hoover. Mr. Trump, master plan, all seeing eye. This is the plan. The billionaire class can deliberately cause a recession. And remember, there isn't going to be any COVID relief money from the government as we've seen in 2020. So this is going to be a depression because you are not going to get this help. You're not going to get a lot of help from the government as you did during the COVID pandemic. And that's just the reality. And this is a repeat of Smoot-Hawley under Herbert Hoover. It prompted retaliatory tariffs by many other countries. Economists and economic historians have agreed that the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act worsened the effects of the Great Depression. And already, Canada, Mexico, and China are issuing retaliatory tariffs against the United States of America. So this means American exports are going to cost more for consumers in other countries, which is going to result in a net economic loss for American producers, and it's going to result in a loss of jobs as a result of declining sales. Most notably, the auto industry is going to get hit the hardest. U.S. tariffs are at their highest level since 1943, and the tariffs were implemented 43 days after Inauguration Day. Any relation to Herbert Hoover and gematria? Hoover 25 in reverse would be gematria of Trump and the 25% tariffs he's implementing against Mexico and Canada. Herbert Hoover is gematria of Donald Trump's age at inauguration, which is 78. So this is a repeat of Herbert Hoover's protectionist ideas. And when you think about master plan and all-seeing eye, let's go to Inauguration Day, to the day that the tariffs were implemented. Once I get the right year in the calculator, obviously, 43 days. Now, 6 weeks in a day, you interpret that as 61. Master plan, all-seeing eye, 61. The grand master plan is for the billionaires to enrich themselves buying properties and stock on pennies of the dollar as they were compared to what they were worth previously. This is the... And notice how Mr. Trump and master plan both have gematria of Hoover. But remember, the tariffs were suspended for 30 days. The tariffs came into... His first tariffs, he announced, were going to come into effect on February the 1st, and that's 4 weeks and 3 days from today. And this is the highest level of tariffs since the year 43. It's also tariff that's gematria of Herbert Hoover, Donald Trump, 78 years of age. So that's 1R. So what do we get? Tariffs is gematria of 34. 34-time convicted felon Donald Trump now issuing the tariffs on a day of 3-4, which was yesterday's day. March the 4th was the day that the tariffs come into effect. When you write out the day first, it's 4-3. But you probably should connect the day of the tariffs to Donald Trump's birthday. Ukraine disaster, no funding for avian flu research, no funding for cancer research. 77 million people are going to have their health care cut. For low-income people, Medicaid, middle-class breadcrumbs, tax breaks, only temporary, that goes away. Billionaire tax breaks are extended. And Americans pay higher prices. Trump's diluted base pay higher prices thanks to tariffs. And the deficit explodes. And tariffs are not going to pay for the billionaire tax breaks. That's another reason why the tariffs are there. So you, the consumer, are going to pay more out of your pocket in the form of import tax, while the billionaires get their taxes cut. And this lunatic is going to make life hell for you every single day, when everyday living gets more expensive. The rigged election has consequences. Elon Musk, in his big tech background, hacking the voting machines. The dumb morons who voted for him, 77 million people. Those people are going to be like, what is happening? Amongst Joe Biden spotted. Joe Biden spotted. Nah. He did that. Orange Fuhrer fascist grifter did that. He raised the prices of everyday living by instituting tariffs. He did that. This is his economy now. And remember, Donald Trump says that inflation is not his concern. He pretty much insulted every single voter in this country. He doesn't give a damn about anybody. He's going to Daytona 500. He's going to the Super Bowl. He's out golfing. It seems like a third of his presidency already. Inflation is not the primary issue, is what he said. This is what he said. They all said inflation was the number one issue. I said I disagree. You know, Facebook, Zuckerberg has given donations to Donald Trump, so Facebook is censoring news that make Donald Trump look bad. Now Google's doing the same because this is not popping up in the main Google search. All of big tech is behind the Republican Party. So now you're guaranteed to see the censoring of the news, correctly critiquing and exposing Donald Trump. Let's see if number one does this. Oh, there we go. Now, he says it's not my number one issue. He insulted every single person who pays for their everyday living. He has insulted every working person, saying that rising prices, the rising cost of everyday living is not a concern to me. A billionaire who shits in a golden-plated toilet doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He doesn't shop for groceries. He doesn't do any of that crap. Why would all these retards vote for him? And Kamala was the real winner of the election. Donald Trump and Elon had the most to lose. More oversight of his companies. And of course, Donald Trump risked prison. So you know exactly why he called on for big tech to help manipulate the voting machines.